Hey, everybody. Week 4 of the American Song Contest is in the books. We'll go over the performances, who gets in, and who made it in from last week, and all that and more right now. Hey, everybody. I'm TC Kirkham, Kirkham Report, and we are here for American Song Contest After the Songs. It is live on April 11th for week 4 of the American Song Contest. Hopefully people are enjoying the show and you're watching and voting. You got to vote, man. If you don't vote, your favorites aren't going to get through. 11 more performers went up for the 3 open slots plus the jury slot. We'll get to those in a minute. First off, though, going back to week 3, the people going through according to the combo of the jury vote and the public vote, jumping into the semifinals in 2 weeks, joining last week's jury selection, Tennessee, will be Colorado, represented by Riker Lynch, Alabama, represented by Nico, and Texas, represented by Grant Gnocchi. I was a bit surprised about that one. I thought Florida and Ali Zabelli was going to get through, but I'm really shocked at those 3. So we now have 12 acts and 16 acts. There will be 4 more after week 5, and then 2 more that will be wild cards. And it does turn out, they confirmed tonight on the show, that it will be the ones who have had the most activity on the various streaming services. Right now, I would think Ryan Charles was one of the ones in the lead there, because he's been all the word of mouth from week 1. But it's going to be interesting to see, and we will keep an eye on that for you. I don't know what streaming services outside of Amazon and Spotify and Tidal they're using, but they're using like a whole bunch of them. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up. Let's get to this week's show. 11 more acts, kicking off with New Hampshire and Mari performing her original song, Fly. Mari gives off an entire Netta vibe. If you guys don't know who Netta is, you should. My Eurovision fans watching this will know who Netta is. Netta won Eurovision 2018 with Toy. It was a #1 hit in the dance chart here in America. She's an amazing performer, and Mari brings that home with her style too. She is really terrific, and I adored this performance. It was a great song. My wife was crying because it's a great lyric to it. Definitely a great song. Next up, the Crystal Method from Nevada, representing Nevada, doing Watch Me Now. I got to be honest, I knew it was going to be huge with the audience, and I knew it would probably be huge with the jury. I wasn't terribly enamored with this song, and that's coming from a lifelong Crystal Method fan. I've been around since their debut album, Vegas, in the late 90s. I love their stuff. I usually am a big fan of it. I just didn't care for this song. I'm probably wrong. I mean, there's other people that I'm sure loved it, but for me, it just didn't work. It wasn't the kind of stuff I'm used to hearing from them. I wish they'd have done. I wish they'd done a little bit better here. Coming in third, Samantha Keyes. We found out her name is pronounced, spelled Keyes, from Utah, and her country ballad "Sad Girl." Kim really liked this, my wife. I was kind of ambivalent. The performance was great. She's a top-notch performer, great songwriter. She's probably going to get a lot of attention from Nashville after the appearance on the American Song Contest, and we'll see how well it does. Fourth up was Neither from Washington, D.C., performing his song, I Like It. Performing R&B, rock, and go-go music is what they call it in Washington, D.C. I wasn't, my wife liked it better than I did. I wasn't terribly fond of it. The vocal, especially because I had trouble understanding what he was saying. It was all mushed together. The beat was good. I enjoyed the beat, and it seemed to be interested in the audience there. Of course, the audience are other participants and families and such. Up fifth, I have to be biased here. Massachusetts, that's where I live. That's where I'm from, outside Boston, where I'm adopted Massachusetts. Jared Lee and Shameless hit it out of the ballpark. What a great song. What a great performance. The staging was a little weird because they had like layers of fog and it made him look like he was cut off at the knees in some shots on camera. The song was unbelievable. Jared is one of the few people on this week's chart with chart success. He did have a couple of minor hits on the AC chart, and he also performed the theme from Fantasy Island, the movie, last year. He's a very fast rising star, and I'm really glad to see him do so well with that song. It's just absolutely terrific. Next up, Stella Cole representing Georgia. Her song DIY. She said it was kind of about life, but also a parody of what life could be. Kim liked this better than I did. I wasn't particularly enamored with the song itself, but I did like the beat. I liked the dance moves they did with it. Was not a fan of her outfit. I did not like it at all. Presentation was a bit weird. That's what I can say for that. But, you know, it really did scream Eurovision, the performance and the costume and everything. So if they're trying to match up Eurovision, yeah, that's where they got with that. Hawaii was up next. Bronson Vardy, for you, number 4U. Once again, they gave him kind of a little tiny spot in the middle of the stage, surrounded by a video island, like they did with American Samoa last week, which was kind of silly. The song was okay. It wasn't great, wasn't terrific, wasn't bad. It's just kind of there. I like what I've seen of him online. I don't know how that's going to do with the viewers. We'll just have to wait and see. Alexis Cunningham from West Virginia came out and did Working on a Miracle, playing guitar, almost Joan Jett style there for a little while. Kim liked the lyrics, didn't like the music for the song. I thought it was pretty good. I really liked her. Having been living in Ohio for a number of years, I'm not supposed to do that. I don't know, state rivalry type thing. But truthfully, she was really good, and I really enjoyed her performance. Arizona was up next. Las Marias, the twin sisters. I've forgotten. Maria is their middle name on both of them. I've forgotten each of their names. With De La Finiquera, I believe it's pronounced. They're representing Arizona. Great performance. They are top-notch mariachi people. If you're into mariachi, you are going to love them. The style they have and their vocals are pristine. They are terrific. They have great harmony. What I've seen online of them, I have really enjoyed. I can't say that it's going to go over well with everybody, but it certainly went over well with me. Next up, Pennsylvania and Bree Steves. Plenty Love was the song she did for this. Bree is a old-fashioned R&B jazz singer. A lot of great stuff there. Interesting vocal stylings. I have to admit it was not my cup of tea, but I can certainly see the talent that she has. It just wasn't there for the song. It wasn't really what I was looking for from her. I've seen a couple of her things online too that I thought were better. So it's interesting. Rounding out the evening and the competitors for week 4, we had Alan Stone, who is from Washington State, as opposed to Washington, D.C. earlier in the show. They should have never put those on the same week. Alan Stone did a bit of both. Alan is a little bit of a crazy man. If you've seen his Alan Stone show on YouTube, you would have already figured that out. He is a well-known singer-songwriter based in Seattle, and a little bit crazy and hella talented. This guy can sing, he can songwrite, he can do a little bit of everything. Really enjoy his stuff all the way around. I've been a fan since I first heard of him about a month and a half ago. I went back and looked at his stuff. I'm definitely looking forward to picking up some of his stuff in the future. Really, really great song for Washington State. Now, let's talk about the outfits. Kelly Clarkson's outfit tonight. Again, better than week one, a little better than week two. Last week she hit it out of the ballpark. I'm not a big fan of Gold LeMay, so that probably has something to do with it, but I don't know. It's not my very favorite thing. I really hated the outfit Snoop had on. It looked like a sweatsuit, and I mean, I'm sorry, I don't expect you to get really dolled up because it's Snoop Dogg and he makes ordinary clothes look great. But the pants were a carbon copy of the shirt, and the circle from the shirt was right at his crotch. I'm sorry, no, this did not work for me. Snoop, different pants next time. All right, West Coasters, you are on alert if you are watching live. You have 5 seconds to tune out or mute for a minute until I give you a high sign, because I'm about to reveal the jury winner for week 4. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, West Coast is muted. We are going to send Alan Stone from Washington through. He came out at the last minute. He was the last performer and knocked Massachusetts to second place. Not real happy with you, Alan. Loved Massachusetts. Massachusetts is in second place and has a likely shot at going through next week. I'm personally going to ask people to rally for Mari, who I loved, and she finished in 8th. I really, 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 really want to see her go through. So please watch the show, vote at NBC.com, vote on TikTok, and go over to NBC's app if you have it and vote there. Vote for Mari. Get her through and get Jared Lee through. Alan Stone doesn't need the help. He's already through, so he's great. Okay, West Coast. All right. So far, the ratings for the American Song Contest have gone down each week, but not by much. After the first week, they dropped by a full point, but last week they dropped by 0.2 of a point. And then this week, we'll see how they do. It is obviously building a core following that are going to stick with it all the way. That's all NBC is looking for. So hopefully we will see American Song Contest number 2 at the same time next year. Hopefully they'll format it a bit differently. Unfortunately, they brought back a number of the features they left out last week, this week, that I just didn't like. I don't like the halftime report. I don't like just stating the facts with Snoop. They had 12 performers last week, and that's why they probably cut those. But I really think those need to go. I also don't like revealing, as I said last week, I don't like revealing the scores from the jury all night long in a succession, because it takes away the suspense of the show. Wait till the end of the show and then bring up the top 4 and then count up the top 4. I mean, that would be the way to do it. This is just not working for me the way they're doing it. I think it's a little bit lame. I wish it was better. Of the songs tonight, my favorites were Ryan Lee's Shameless, Mari's Fly, Alan Stone's A Bit of Both. I also really liked Alexis Cunningham's Working on a Miracle. The rest I could take or leave. I wasn't really bowled over by a lot of them tonight. And I hope those are the 4 that go through next week. Alan's already through. Oops, sorry, West Coast. But sorry about that, West Coast. It'll be interesting to see what happens, because next week we'll have that final 4, and then the 2 wild cards for the 2 semifinals and the finals. And hopefully, when it's all said and done, we will be very happy with the first winner of the American Song Contest and doing well enough to get more people back into it next year. People were worried it wouldn't have the kitsch of Eurovision. I don't think that's a problem. A lot of the performances are staged like Eurovision. A lot of them are the outfits. I mean, yeah, okay, we haven't seen our share of over the top drag queens or, crazy vampires or anything yet. Give us time. Give us time. It's the first year. Eurovision started in 1956 with each country doing 2 songs and wearing tuxedos and gowns. And now look at it. So it takes time to build in. You got to take time to build in. I hope everybody is enjoying this show as well, and I hope that you will continue to watch it every week after the immediately after the show. I hope everybody else is checking out my stuff on the rest of my channel, TKR Video Central. And please, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment on this show or other things you listen to, because I love to talk to you. That's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for watching, and I hope everybody enjoyed the American Song Contest Part 4. We have 1 qualifier left next Monday. Until then, I'm TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report for After the Songs. Ciao, baby.